how it came about, and then maybe share a piece with us.
Okay. Well, Revelations is... Let me just read you something, because it will sum it all up, first of all. We dislike anything that is different to us. Things we know nothing about and are ignorant of become irrational fear. How much are our perceptions governed and influenced by society? Who dictates what is right from wrong, what is good from bad? How much is what we see associated with something negative or positive? And why do we categorize and stereotype people and use this propaganda to create scapegoats for our own advantage, perhaps to cover up our own shortcomings? It is a vicious circle. We all have somebody we dislike or hate who we want to blame certain things on. This performance asks you, are you prepared to admit the problem to ourselves? And are we prepared to change as a consequence? The body that is represented in the play represents society and is one unit. The people in the society are its members. We all have different roles to play, but although unique, we are all valid. Within this society, there is a common denominator that joins the people in some way, whether it be in belief or attitude, a collective consciousness. Within this structure, there are A, people who want to be individual and part of a group, and B, conflicts between people within the group because of their individuality. In other words, the contradiction of the body, wanting to be integrated, and one also wanting to keep our own personal identity. But what happens when the members dissent? Then the body begins to disintegrate and eventually dies. And basically what I'm trying to say is that we need each other in society. If we are going to continue on this planet, we need each other. We need to come together. We need to put aside our differences.
We need to know that we need each other.
That's right. We need to know that we're all valid.
Yeah.
And we're all unique. And although we may be different, whether it may be in colour, whether it may be in religion, our beliefs, but we're all people. We're all part of the same human race. And that should be our common denominator to join us together.
And we all have something to give, to contribute.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's very beautiful. And that's really what the play deals with.
That's what the play
Unity
is all
of
about.
mankind.
Yes. And it just sort of goes through all of the types of prejudice and discrimination that you come across. My personal experiences being a young black person in Britain, and what my parents went through when they first came over here, and the bigger picture for the future. So,
basically, what is life like for black people in Britain?
Well, it's a different sort of situation than it is here, because obviously we came by choice. In the 1940s and early 50s. There was a call for people to come over and rebuild England, worn-torn England. And a lot of West Indian people came over on the boats. They came because there were a lot of job opportunities. I mean, they came thinking that everything was going to be perfect. You know, this was a land of milk and honey, and, you know, all happiness was going to be here. And what they found when they got here there was that there was a lot of intolerance. A lot of people did not want them there. A lot of people wanted to send them back. In a lot of respects, that is still the case. There has been, over the past couple of years, a rise of nationalism and a sense of patriotism. And it's become quite brutal. There have actually been racial incidents in the past year where a couple of young people have been killed. So, in that respect, you know, it's quite sad. Yeah, and it's different from what we experience here. Yeah.